Hi everyone, I'm Candace and I'm back with another card. This one is a Christmas card, but since it's a snowman, you don't have to limit this to Christmas. It certainly could be sent anytime during the winter season. Just change out the sentiment. My daughter collects snowmen. She prefers them to Santas because, well, Santas disappear after the new year. Snowmen can be on display for a couple months more. So you know who's going to get one of these cards. Let me show you how to make this card. This is a Darice embossing folder, and it's been around for a few years, but it's popular and still available through Amazon. Once you emboss this, you can see that most of the work has been done for you. If you're really in a pinch, you could just adhere it to a card base and call it done. But we card makers usually want to do more than that. You can see here that I've set these off two different ways. This one has a wonky stitched border, and on the other I have straight stitching around the edges. I used the largest wonky rectangle die from Simon Says Stamps. For the second card, I used Lawn Fawn's rectangle stackables, and I used the largest die again. I'm going to color and decorate one card for you. I have a glare here, and it's going to be a little hard to see, so please forgive me if this isn't perfect. Almost exclusively, I'm using Spectrum Noir alcohol inks. The first color I'm using is CR8. First, I'm coloring the scarf. You might have noticed that one of the snowmen I showed you had a red and white scarf, but honestly, that was a little hard to do. The idea behind this card is to make one that's quick to do when time is tight. So making the scarf all one color is the option I'm going for here. I'm going to give you a tip. About half my Spectrum Noir markers dried up on me. I removed the large flat nibs and with a pipette added some rubbing alcohol between 20 and 30 drops for each marker. Then I replaced the nibs and let the markers sit for about half an hour. Now the ink is flowing beautifully in all of them. So if yours dry out, try my little tip. It's a real money saver. Now I'm using IG10 for the buttons, nose, and mouth. I've made other cards where I've colored the buttons red and green, but I'm a traditionalist at heart, so I'm using a black or a dark gray as my nod to coal. For the arms, I'm using Copic E19 Redwood. I'll make several of these cards and we'll use an assembly line process. So first I'll emboss and die cut the edges. Then I will color all the scarves, then all the black areas, and finally the arms. I'll just put on some music and enjoy myself. I'm adding a few sketchy lines with TN7 because, after all, they're tree branches. And that's it as far as the coloring goes. I'm just adding some Wink of Stella to make the coals sparkle. I've moved my snowman aside because I want to work on the card base. The base is an A2 card, 4¼ by 5½ inches when folded. My inside panel is 4 by 5¼ inches. This panel is the white back of some pattern paper that I own and am no longer using. I don't want to throw it away, so I'm making good use of it. I have an Avery Elle stamp set with holiday greetings called Merriest. Besides Christmas, it has Hanukkah and Halloween and Thanksgiving greetings. So I put Wish You a Merry Christmas on an acrylic block and am stamping that on the inside panel with Memento Cottage Ivy ink, a pretty green one. I like to add a little border around my inside panels, something simple that adds a nice touch. When I attach my panel to the inside, I generally use a tape runner just at the top and the bottom. I find that that's all that's needed. Now it's time to attach my snowman to the card base and finish decorating. I cut out a snowflake using my Cricut cartridge Christmas Cheer. The snowflake is 1½ inches. I had some glitter paper from my stash and it cut out well. My scan and cut had the word joy as part of its programmed images. It also was about 1.5 inches high. I cut a second joy from regular cardstock and glued it to the back to give it some heft. Here's another point where you can stop and call the card complete. It's adorable just as it is. But if you want to go one step further, you can take some stickles and add it to the big snowflakes. This particular one is called Diamonds, but there are others that would work too. No one will know that this is a quick card to make. It's vibrant and happy and will be sure to put a smile on the face of everyone who gets one. So here is my finished card along with the cards I made previously. You can make the card using colored pencils as well. You can also try making the card using the embossed side. Please give this video a like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll be back with another easy Christmas card soon. Take care. Bye for now.